It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're up dead early on another marvelous Monday, and we're so happy that you can join us. My name is Mark Daniels.
And I'm Davriel Gardner, wishing a happy Monday to you.
Welcome back, Dav.
Yes.
You've been vacationing. I could just feel all the vacation energy bursting me. I ain't jealous, but I want to know, how was it?
Oh, we had, I kept singing the song from the commercial in the early 2000s. I had the time of my life. It was really a great time. We had a beautiful time in Jamaica. We got to stay at two different resorts, have two different, I guess, kind of dynamics, but it was beautiful. Just enjoying the nature, honestly, and the people.
Yeah, and, encourage people to, if you can, I know things are tight, the economy is up and down, but for those of you who plan your trips throughout the year, make sure to plan your domestic trips. So you go to one of our family islands, support the Out Island promotion boards, go to one of our small little bed and breakfast, little cozy hotels on the islands, but then plan something that's on your bucket list. Do the Caribbean, go to the East, go to Africa, go to Asia, go to Australia, go someplace that you never thought you would have gone, because you never know, right? Time might run out.
Oh yeah, you want to see the world while you can. I think the pandemic showed me, guess what, go while you have the opportunity. Unfortunately, you never know what's going to happen, and I mean, you might as well seize the day. Also, there are always deals. Let me tell you something. I am a deal person. The second resort that we ended up staying at, actually both, had sales going on. So you never know. Most family island hotels have rates for Bahamians.
Yes, they do.
So you want to call and you want to ask those questions, because you can save up to 35, maybe even 50% if you just ask around.
Sound like a couple extra days to me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're back and we're ready for another week. I woke up today, I'm all charged up. Just want to say quickly, I woke up this morning with a little excitement. My wife was like, she came running out of the front. Mark. I was like, what is it? It's like, snake. Yeah, snake. I woke up this morning with like a 6 or 7 foot boa in my house.
Oh
a
my
beautiful
gosh.
Bahamian boa
No.
perched atop the window pane. It was fine. Just so you know, it's getting cold. Oh, it was cold a little bit. So you might find snakes in your house, in your car, in your shed, because they're looking for warmth. It's okay. It'll be fine. Just nudge them along and they'll move on. Remember our segments with Scott. He said, snakes are not the enemy. If you had to choose between a rat or a snake in your house, what you want?
None.
That's not the question. Anyway, shout out to all the snake lovers out there. If you see one, just shoo it outside. You ain't got to chop it, pour acid on it, put all the different ways you try to find to kill snakes. But anyway, we have a great show for you today. We thank you for being here. We're up dead early on another marvelous Monday. We'll be talking to UBFIT, and they're here to talk all about that important fundraising race. Keyron Smith of the One Eleuthera Foundation is also here, and he stopped by to discuss with us about the upcoming Eleuthera and Harbour Island business outlook. And we'll also be talking with Kerry Fountain about the Eleuthera and Harbour Island business outlook. And last but not least, we're going to take another look at our segment featuring the Agri-Expo coming up this week.
TCL invites you to attend the 12th year of the Eleuthera Business Outlook, now transformed into the Eleuthera and Harbour Island Business Outlook, April 18th and 19th. Check out our website, tclevents.com, for more information or to register for the conference. Now, let's check on weather with Godfrey Burnside.
This is Weather at Sunrise.
Thank you, Davriel, and good morning, Bahamas. In your first look at weather sunrise, we have a high pressure system north of the islands, and that is going to support dry and warm conditions, also breezy conditions over the next several days. So today, we're looking at partly sunny, breezy and mild, high temperature reaching 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, a few patchy clouds around, still cool, low going down to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And some region highs and lows across the Caribbean: Barbados 1979, in Jamaica 92 and 79, in Trinidad 92 and 77, and the Turks and Caicos Islands 80 and 70. Across North America, Atlanta 74 and 55, in Boston 62 and 43, in Miami 70 and 71, Dallas, Texas 85 and 65, and Toronto, Canada 53 and 42. As through the week, that high pressure continues to be the dominant feature across the islands, with lots of sunshine, warm temperatures, but breezy. And then by Friday, that weak cold front will move through. That will elevate our rain chances, though temperature daytime will be in the low 80s, at nighttime in the upper 60s to lower 70s. And this note, the total eclipse of the sun will take place today and will be at its maximum across New Providence and the Bahamas Islands around 3:06 this evening until about an hour, and there's a 40% chance over the New Providence and Northwest and Central Bahamas, and a 35% over the Southeastern Islands. We are asking all persons not to look at the sun after 2 o'clock this afternoon, and you school children, and hopefully teachers will let the schools out early today, because children will normally just look at the sun. So we're asking the Ministry of Education to take some action so that they will not get their eyes harmed by watching the sun after 3 o'clock this afternoon. That puts wrap your first look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Godfrey. UBFIT has become one of UB's staple community building and fundraising initiatives. Here to tell us more about the upcoming fun, run, walk, skate, slide, chair, anything you could do, you need to be out there. We have Kandice Weech. She is UB Executive Director for Corporate and Foundation Relations and UBFIT Co-Chair. And we also have our good friend Alexis Burrows. He is the Marketing Director with Doctors Hospital Health System. Good morning and welcome to Mamas at Sunrise.
Well, good morning.
Morning. Pleasure to be here.
Good to have you all there. I feel like a lot of family on the set, right?
Yeah, family.
I know Alexis from time, and it's my family, everybody.
My good cousin.
Family. So, UBFIT, I've been seeing the name around for a
Yeah.
few years. It's been gaining more and more traction. Always seems like an exciting event. So it's in its seventh successful year, raising more than $450,000 to date for the university. So tell us why this fundraiser, this fitness fundraiser, is important to the national development of the Bahamas.
Your health is your wealth, right? And if you're not active, it could impact your whole life. And so not only are we the tertiary institution in the Bahamas, you are a proud graduate, we are also focused on the wellness of people, of our students, of our faculty and staff. And so in 2017, UBFIT was created under that premise to bring the community together for something that matters. The funds raised go right back to UB to help our students. So it's one of those things where everyone can come, get involved and get active.
Right, and I feel it in the title of fun, run, walk, skate, slide, whatever you can do, scoot. That means everybody should be coming, right?
Everyone, bring your pets. We've had kids skateboard, roller skate, babies in push, persons in wheelchairs. It's for everyone.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So tell us, how will the funds this year be used as a part of the race for UB's 50th Jubilee?
Yes, it's the university's 50th year, and we are so excited. All proceeds will go to our annual fund. At every major university, there's an annual fund, and the money goes to students if they want to apply for research, they need equipment, they want to go to do a study abroad. If faculty want to do certain things, we pull on this pool. And so it has grown, it has mushroomed over the years, and people are able to access the funding to do things that they need to do at the university.
You know, and I feel it's very important that you said that. So when persons participate in UBFIT, when they
Yes.
sponsor someone or sponsor the event, that money is going to the future of our country. It's going to those who are being educated in our university system. And the point of them being there is to solve the problems of our country. So
Tell us.
problem solving
Yes.
through being fit. Alexis, you guys are the title sponsor, Doctors Hospital Health System, for 2024 to 2027.
Correct.
So why is it important that Doctors Hospital is involved with such a wonderful event?
Well, like you said, one of the tenets of our organization is grow, right? And a part of that is growing our own. So obviously that starts with education. So like Kandice mentioned, everything that's donated, everything that's achieved through UBFIT goes back into the university, goes back to building students and therefore building the future, like you mentioned. So for us, it's in line with our vision as a health system of where we want to go, and therefore helping the university through sponsorship of this event is just in line with our core values and the tenets of Doctors Hospital Health System.
And just stress again. So I've worked at Doctors Hospital. Within the organization, you are very keen on educating your own, as you
Yes.
said. So through this event and through UB, what are other ways that Doctors Hospital Health System is educating the public about health and just being involved in these types of events?
Right. So I mean, if you take notice over the last few years, we've been very intentional about being present in the community through health fairs, through sponsoring different events like UBFIT. And we've always been a sponsor of UBFIT. This is, we're a title sponsor this year, but we've always been a sponsor in the background as well. So for us, it's just, it's continuing that idea of being present in the community in a lot of different ways. We've had, a number of our physicians take part in health fairs. We're not just out there doing health checks, but we actually have physician talks, different things like that. So for us, it's just about being in the community and being visible and being as great a help as we can, both from the sponsorship standpoint as well as the education and just being present.
Definitely present, definitely visible. I know everybody's going to be safe when you're out there. I unfortunately have not done a UBFIT event. I know, boys, right? So tell us what it's like. What can we expect for those of us who are going to sign up, come out, participate, or just be around and watch?
April 20th, UBFIT is going to be amazing. We're going to sell out, 650 strong. The community comes out, running community, pet lovers, fitness community. It's just so exciting. We're going to be going from University of the Bahamas down University Drive to Nassau Street onto West Bay. And we're going to have music. We're going to have prizes. We're going to have giveaways.
Vibes.
Just excitement. Oh, we have special entertainment. And I don't want to ruin it, but it's going to be amazing. Our race is going to be timed by Four Seasons Race Management. Marcel Major, who's our race director. We're pulling together everything. We have volunteers from civic organizations, from sororities, fraternities. It's like one big party.
I know, right?
Okay, and it's for a good cause. Fitness is something that we all should be involved in. And this is something you could do at any level. You don't have to be the competitive runner that gets the big trophy. Everyone gets takes.
I
So
noticed you look at Alexis when you said competitive.
Nah.
Right? We can see you out there, Alexis.
yes. No, it's for everyone. There's a fun component, and then we also have those that are very, very passionate and want to have it timed. We have all of that. Thanks to Marcel. His team are going to be timing it, but it's for everybody. It's going to be a great morning.
That's amazing. Just if I wanted to register and sign up, how do I do that?
Yes, please come to Chapter 1 Bookstore this week. Don't be Bahamian and late. We will not have race day registration. You can go online at ubfit.edu.bs. But the best thing, come to Chapter 1 Bookstore, or you could go on the QR code that we have on our website, click there and register your family. Groups of 10 are only $35 per person. And again, the money goes right back to the University of the Bahamas.
And if persons wanted to volunteer, can they sign up? At
Yes,
the
they
bookstore as well?
can. They can call at 424-8887 or go to the bookstore and say, hey, tell Kandice I want to be a volunteer. We do need help on the road as well.
I love it. Because not everybody could, run, I can't keep spelling over. Run, walk,
Bike,
skate, push, hoverboard, all of that. Alexis, remind us, why is it important to have fitness as a part of your daily lifestyle?
So, one thing that we've seen in the last few years in the space of healthcare is a push towards more lifestyle approaches to being healthy, right? And so one of the things that goes along with that, alongside proper nutrition, proper diet, is also exercise and fitness. And I think it's important that Kandice mentioned you don't have to be a competitive runner. You don't have to be someone who could do a marathon in X amount of time. It's just about having some level of activity, right? So the idea of getting out and getting an hour or two in, getting half an hour in, whatever it is, whatever you're comfortable with, at whatever pace you're comfortable with, is still beneficial to your health. Because we know that activity and fitness is all beneficial towards your overall health and fitness.
I am looking forward to this event. I think I'm going to bring out the full crew, right?
Bring the crew.
I can't duck out on this one, right?
No.
I got to bring the full crew. All 6 of us. I got 3 dogs and a cat. I can bring the dogs and the cat.
Everyone.
I got a couple
Everyone.
chickens too.
Yeah, bring them too.
Oh, I love it.
Pets.
Bring the snake.
Oh, no.
Do not bring the snakes.
That snake's going to stay right where it's at. Remind us again, date, time, and how we can register.
Saturday, April 20th, University of the Bahamas. The race starts promptly at 6. Don't be late, everybody. Register at Chapter 1 Bookstore. You can register online. Go on our website, University of the Bahamas' website, University of the Bahamas' site. I won't go there, ub.edu.bs.
Right.
But it's for everyone. Don't delay. It goes right back to the community. We all could say the University of the Bahamas touched our lives. So the money that's coming in is for a good cause. Thank you, Doctors Hospital. They're our title for the next 3 years here and in Grand Bahama. We couldn't do it without them. Thank you to all of our corporate partners for making this happen. Saturday, April 20th.
We are ready.
Yes!
UBFIT and you be there.
Yes!
Thank you all for being here this morning on Bahamas at Sunrise. We appreciate you both for being here. And we're looking forward to dressing up in our blue and hitting the road, right?
Yes.
All right, appreciate y'all being there. UBFIT, y'all, and you be registering. Y'all done get the information. We'll be right back.
We know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
Here are three young people who stopped attending high school and got disengaged in their educational journey due to the pandemic. Today, they are proudly taking their walk all over the place because they took advantage of BTVI's Smart Start initiative. All high school students in New Providence and the Family Islands can participate in free hands-on learning to improve employability. Learn basic literacy and numeracy skills and earn a BTVI certificate in automotive mechanics, beauty and construction trades, or fashion in only 14 weeks for full-time participants or 24 weeks for part-time. Don't count yourself out. Do what they did and enroll today. Email smartstart@btvi.edu.ds or call 502-6300 so you can take your walk anywhere in life.
Secure your spot at the new Eleuthera and Harbour Island Business Outing, April 18th at the Eleuthera Business Hub in Rock Sound, with keynote speaker, the Honorable Clay Sweeting. And April 19th at Valentine's Resort and Marina, Harbour Island, with MP Sylvanus Petty giving the update on North Eleuthera and Harbour Island, and Deputy Prime Minister I. Chester Cooper delivering the keynote address. Visit tclevents.com today for registration options.
Meet Leno, your bridge to the future. Wealth planning, investments, corporate services, trust services, pension administration, fund administration, outsourced accounting, and payroll. When you think of financial solutions, think of Leno. Local or international, company or individual, Leno can help. Our team of skilled professionals has the experience and expertise needed for you to strive. Your goals are our goals and our priority. Leno will guide you to the right financial solution with the knowledge, resources, and support you need. Give us a call at 242-396-3225 or email us at info@lenobahamas.com to get started. Visit our website, www.lenobahamas.com, for more information today. Leno, your bridge to the future.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're here with Mr. Keyron Smith, President and CEO of the One Eleuthera Foundation and the Center for Training and Innovation. Good morning.
Good morning.
So good to have you here. We're here to talk about the One Eleuthera Foundation. I know you're going to be a speaker at the upcoming Business Outlook, scheduled for April 18th and 19th. Just give us a brief preview of your presentation.
So, for me, I think the biggest thing that we're going to emphasize or we're going to talk about at the Outlook is, one, some of the work we've been doing over the past few years, talking about the future outlook of some of the community programming that we have, where we're going as a foundation, and just really emphasize an impact. And so when we present, or when I present on those topics, I'm going to talk a little bit about the impact of our training, human resources, speaking to the impact of some of our community programs like the food security project we have, our Learn to Swim program, and a number of initiatives that we've taken on to also help persons who are entrepreneurs. So I'm going to speak a little bit about that in the outlook.
Excellent. So for persons who may not be familiar, give us a little background about the One Eleuthera Foundation.
Well, One Eleuthera is a very unique organization. It was founded in 2012 by a guy named Sean Ingram and a number of persons from the community. And one of the things that we focus on is education, the environment, economy, heritage, and health. A lot of people will say, hey, that's very broad for a nonprofit, because you'll see that a typical nonprofit would either focus on one area of education or the environment. For us, we had to be broad, because when we talk about community development on a family island, you need to be able to capture or encompass a number of programmatic areas for development. And so we're a nonprofit community development organization based in Roxanne, Eleuthera. We have a campus, and we pretty much develop what we call, or what is known as CTI, or the Center for Training and Innovation, that focuses on vocational and technical training, doing a lot of work in food security, doing a lot of work in terms of another project that we're really about to embark on is a nonprofit accelerator program. So given our unique model, we want to be able to replicate and share what our successes were, what are some of the things that we would have changed so that other organizations could develop on those family islands as well. So that's a very big and interesting program we're about to embark upon. And so just to give you a little bit of what we do, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So
sounds like you guys have a lot on your plate. So I know you took over in, I think, July of last year. What's that transition been like?
The transition has been good. I've been working with the organization for the last 4 years, and so it's definitely been a good one for me. It's been a lot of lessons learned, and just excited about the new opportunities. Being able to work with Sean over the last 3-4 years has also given me a lot of insights into the organization, into what we want to achieve over the next few years. So just being able to set the vision, work with our board, the staff. So for me, I think the transition has been great. It also comes with the new things that come with new leadership. And so as a result, I would say overall, my experience has been good. And it's been a very good learning experience as well. So I'll say that.
Excellent. In terms of replicating what One Eleuthera does into some of the other family islands, do you see that as being a possibility?
I do. I think it takes the right chemistry of having the right people, and one of the things that we learned in helping a number of nonprofits as well over the last few years with registering under the new act is that you need a jockey. And for anything to work, you need somebody who's going to drive results, who's going to connect with people to make things happen. And I think it's definitely doable. I think you just have to have the right people, the right team, and to make connections that can help drive development for your island. I think that's the most important thing, is having a champion. So I do think it's it could be replicated across family islands, no doubt.
Great. And what are some of the things that you hope One Eleuthera achieves in this year?
Oh, definitely. We've been, one of the things that's been big for us is we want to make produce, grains accessible, affordable for people. We've been doing that with a number of the stores, the restaurants, hotels, retailing it into the community. A big thing for me would be, I would like to see is also us increase more in our production on the farm so that we can impact more people and make these grains a lot more affordable and accessible, because it's been a big demand. People are loving it, and it's something that I want us to see us do, and talk a little bit more on the nutrition side of what do you do with this healthy produce. You can make produce accessible, you can make it affordable, but if people don't know what to do with it, that's another element. And so we've been able to do a little bit of that through our restaurant as well, through some of our trainings, but I really like to see us expand there. Also in terms of our training offerings, being able to offer some more courses in the workforce development, as well as hospitality areas, given so much development and expansion on the island. The other thing is also we've been talking about developing a school program for teaching kids how to swim. So that's something I would like to see us pilot over the next few months. Giving our campus, we have the resources of the pool in place in order to teach those kids in the school system. So those are just a number of things. And then also I talked about our nonprofit accelerator program. Being able to really launch that and help other nonprofits in the space is something that we're very excited about.
And just finally, how can people help One Eleuthera and get involved?
We have this concept that we have an open table. We believe that anybody can have a seat at our table, whether that's financially, whether that's expertise, whether that's volunteering. And so there's so many ways that you can give and support our organization. And so one of the ways I would say is if you're interested in making a financial donation to One Eleuthera, you can reach out to me and my team. My email is keyronsmith@oneeleuthera.org for those who may be interested. If you want to volunteer with us, we have a number of persons that come and volunteer on the farm in different areas on the campus that we have. Also, you can also make an in-kind contribution to the organization. So if you have something that you think that can benefit us for our training programs, a food security project, there's a number of things that you can do to help support us in those areas.
Thank you so very much for joining us this morning, Mr. Smith. It's been a pleasure to have you.
It's been a pleasure to be on here.
Excellent. We hope to hear more from you at the Eleuthera Business Outlook on April 18th and 19th. And this is Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Alive Business SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Alive Business at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
African Things is your one-stop shop for everything African. Make a bold fashion statement with vibrant colors and intricate patterns inspired by the beauty of Africa. Find trendy contemporary looks for every occasion and enjoy custom tailoring. Shop jewelry, purses, art, cosmetics, and much more. African Things is located in the Dugard Plaza, Palmdale, next to McDonald's. Open Tuesday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come get your African Things.
One thing, two things, blue thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right into the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Secure your spot at the new Eleuthera and Harbour Island Business Outlet, April 18th at the Eleuthera Business Hub in Rock Sound, with keynote speaker, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, and April 19th at Valentine's Resort and Marina, Harbour Island, with MP Sylvanus Petty giving the update on North Eleuthera and Harbour Island, and Deputy Prime Minister I. Chester Cooper delivering the keynote address. Visit tclevents.com today for registration options.
Good morning and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're here at the mid-show on another marvelous Monday. We're so happy that you stuck with us. My name is Mark Daniel.
And I'm Davriel Gardner, hoping that you are having a wonderful Monday.
I am having a wonderful Monday. I enjoyed our conversation with UBFIT. Looking forward to their race day coming up. And then we saw our good brother Keyron from the One Eleuthera Foundation talking about all the wonderful things happening in Eleuthera. Don't forget the Eleuthera and Harbour Island Business Outlook is coming up. And so make sure you book your ticket, you buy online, just go and enjoy yourself for the weekend. It's the 18th and 19th of April. Before I go on, I got to mention, if you've been watching the news, you will know that there is a solar eclipse happening today, everybody. There's been notices that's been passing around from the Met Office. People have been posting about it. So from what we know, it should be happening sometime around 2 o'clock to 4. Godfrey had mentioned it earlier. It is an exciting event, but we must be careful because staring at the sun can damage your eyes in an instant. So while it might be tempting to look up at the sun today and gaze at all its majestic glory as it goes through the 40% coverage that it should be during the solar eclipse, I don't recommend it. If you have welder's glasses, some special solar glasses, sure. But especially for children and whoever the powers that be. Children are going to be let out today at 3 o'clock, some at 2 o'clock. This is in the prime time of this solar eclipse. I do not advise that children are staring at the sun. If there's any way that we can prevent this from happening, reduce the impact on our children, because it is a serious event and they can damage their eyes, and we don't need that. So whoever it is that's listening and watching, because the whole of the Bahamas is watching Bahamas at sunrise, let's protect our children. Let's find a way that they're not roaming the streets, looking up at the sky during the solar eclipse today. And I can just drop the mic down. You heard the mic drop?
Yeah. It reminds me of the movie Don't Look Up.
Don't look up.
Don't look up. That's all you need to remember
You can
this
set up
afternoon.
you can set up like a pinhole projector. There's little science projects online where you can set up a way to see the reflection of it without looking at it directly. Please heed our warning. A word to the wise is sufficient. Thank you again for being here this morning. We got more coming up in our second half. We're going to be discussing the Eleuthera and Harbour Island business outlook with Brother Kerry Fountain. And we're also going to take another look at our segment from the Agri-Expo 2024.
But before all that, we're going to take a second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
This is Weather at Sunrise.
Good morning, Bahamas. In your second look at weather at sunrise, high pressure, the dominant feature across the islands, dry, breezy, warm conditions over the next several days. So for the most part, we have a small craft advisory in post asking small crafters to stay in the airport over the next several days. Winds today, northeast to east at 15-20 knots, seas 47 feet on all the islands. On Tuesday, the winds become east to southeast at 15-20 knots, seas 46 feet on northwest Bahamas. Easterly at 15-20 knots, seas 47 feet over the central and southeastern islands. On Wednesday, continue east to southeast at 15-20 knots, seas 47 feet over the northwest Bahamas. Easterly at 15-20 knots, seas 47 feet over the central and southeastern islands. Your tides. You can expect a high tide at 8:05 this morning. Next low tide will be at 2:18 this afternoon. High gain this evening at 8:33. Sunset 27:28 this evening. Rising more at 6:53. UV index 7, your water temperature 76 degrees Fahrenheit, and your moon phase, no moon. Your external look, high pressure will be the dominant feature across the islands, so therefore you're looking at lots of sunshine, warm temperatures, breezy. Low temperature daytime will be in the low 80s at daytime, at nighttime, upper 60s to lower 70s. That puts a wrap in final look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Gabrielle.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources announced that the Agribusiness Expo will return, and it's going to be happening April 12th to 13th under the theme Agriculture in Bahamian Culture. With me now to tell us more is Jacqueline Fox-Deveaux. She is the chair of the Agri-Expo. Good morning and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Welcome. How are you, sir?
I am excited because anytime we talk about agriculture, I am ready.
Yes, that's the way to be. I'm also delighted to be here to share. As you would have mentioned, we're having our exposition April 12th and 13th, and it promises to be an exciting event, one that you will never forget. Our last expo was held 5 years ago. Right. So this year we want to do things differently, a bit differently. We not only want to engage our fishing and farming and our general public, but we also want to start from the age of 5 and up. There'll be something for everybody at all ages. For example, we're going to have empowering lecture series. We're going to have culinary demonstrations where persons can ask questions, engage the experts, and also leave empowered, leave with passion, a passion and a desire to help with the government's mandate, the ministry's mandate to ensure greater levels of food security.
Yes. And these expos are so important because it allows, the fishermen, the farmers, everybody who works in the agri industry to network, to kind of be up to date with what's going on,
Yes.
to find ways for businesses to work with one another,
Yes.
to find ways to cooperate, because we're all in this together. We know that agriculture industry isn't an easy one to be in, but as a collective, if we're all on the same page, then it makes, what is it, plenty hands make light work, right?
Yes.
So for the expo this year, the theme is agriculture in Bahamian culture. And tell us, how is that significant to the event?
Agriculture is Bahamian culture. It is our culture. And so this year we want to embrace not only the tradition as the traditional aspect of it, but we also want to create innovative ways. How do we move from one phase to the next? How do we commercialize? How do we think outside the box? What can we do as a country to ensure that for generations to come, we can have that security as relates to food? And so we want persons to, to develop a passion and desire to see the country grow, to do this, whatever you could do. If you do a part, I do a part, we all do a part, then we can help to achieve the goals that we have set for this country.
I agree. And I think and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think we're moving from that era where people see farming as just swinging a cutlass, sitting on a crate in the sun. There's been so much developments in agricultural technology that you can be a farmer that doesn't even touch soil. You can be someone that's growing food and you're not even in the sun.
Yes.
You can be someone that's checking on your fields and you're doing it from a drone. You can be someone that's an extension officer that's just dealing with soil science. And so there's many different aspects of this industry. The technology is making it even more exciting.
Yes.
And I think the expo helps with getting the public to understand that there are different ways for you to contribute to this overall goal of us feeding ourselves. Once again, tell us a little bit about, you said about the workshops and demonstrations are going to be happening. What are some of the things I can see?
We're going to have various demonstrations. One of the famous one that we're bringing back is the backyard gardening demonstration.
Yes.
A lot of persons, this is for like the little amateurs, you're just coming into farming. What do I do? What are some of the steps that I take? And then we will also have training, hydroponics. We also have the soil. We have various numbers of lectures as it relates to the person who is the professional farmer. And so we'll be having the agri-business component.
Yes.
How can we market our goods? How can we move from one step to the other? In the big worlds, the big countries like America and those industries like China, you have industrialized farming. So it's not just like you said, the farming nowadays, you don't need a big vast amount of land space. You just need to know the technology, the innovation, and be creative. You have persons farming you just with a small space, but they can create great amount of yields. But like I said, smart climate agriculture, and also climate change. How does the climate, how do you make your crops more resilient? How do you set up your industry so that you can be resilient to the various climatic changes that we are now facing in our country?
And that adaptation to what's happening in our current climate is important.
Yes.
And that's where the technology comes in. And that's where we need the younger minds to come in.
Yes.
Those who are getting ready to go off to school, they might be thinking of doing agricultural-based degrees, agribusiness degrees. All this is needed because farmers want to grow the food. Farmers don't have to worry about selling it. The best thing a farmer can do is know that anything I grow is going to be sold. And so you definitely need the business side, the agribusiness persons out there to help to connect these dots, because I will eat a pineapple from Eleuthera or Cat Island any day from Dole or somewhere else in Costa Rica. I will eat a tomato coming out of Andres. I could eat oranges coming out of Andres. I will eat onions coming out of anywhere in the Bahamas before I eat it from anywhere in the world. And I think that sense of pride is something that's awakening now because we can see that it's possible.
And now that you mentioned the islands, we have a new initiative called the Taste of the Islands.
Ooh, I like that.
So we're going to have like about 4 major islands. You mentioned Exuma. Coming from Exuma, we're going to have some of that pond salt and all of the goods and the local produce and commodities that Exuma have. Also the Cat Island, my hometown. We're going to have that good flour cake, the corn grits, whatever is unique to Cat Island.
Y'all giving us the recipe too for the flour pop? No.
Well, that's why you need to come out to get the flour cake, because only Cat Island is known for that flour cake. And then coming out of Eleuthera, I don't know if pineapples would be in season, but the sugarloaf pineapples.
Right.
That's what I grew up from my daddy's hometown, Eleuthera. The watermelons, the nice sweet watermelon. You cannot get, locally grown, you could taste the freshness. You can taste when you compare with the foreign produce, there's nothing like our local Bahamian grown produce.
We's the real deal. So for the farmers that are out there, for our viewing public, how can we learn more about this expo? When and where is it happening?
Well, if you are interested in having a booth in the various like horticulture, handicraft, ornamentals, produce, you just call up the ministry. You can ask for me or Miss Joycelyn Bain. My name is Jacqueline Fox-Deveaux, or Miss Bain, and we would give you a vendor form. Yes, now you have to come quick because once those spaces are taken up.
That's it. And where is the expo being held?
At the Gladstone Road Agricultural Site on Gladstone Road. You'll see all the flags, you'll see everything, and you know that this is the expo site. You know, we even gonna have tourists coming to see what our local Bahamians have to offer.
They got to come and see. They coming from near and far. They coming by boat. They coming by plane, and we're excited, looking forward to it. So we got the Agri-Expo coming up April 12th and 13th at GRAC. Make sure everybody find a way there, whether it's a farmer, a consumer, a business person, or a tourist.
All ages.
They coming by boat. They coming by plane.
Yes, sir.
Thank you again for being here this morning, and we look forward to seeing you at the Agri-Expo.
Yes, and I look forward to seeing each one of you.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Today we are excited to announce that our licensing process is now fully digital. Our new online gateway, the Freeport Business Portal, allows entrepreneurs to apply for a business license, track the approval process, and receive free information about funding resources. It provides support for licensees searching for available locations, wanting to develop a business plan, and so much more. Existing licensees can get access to free training and ongoing assistance from our Small Business Bureau and can request information about upcoming initiatives to assist their business. Our portal is designed to ensure that all customers can have access to helpful resources 24/7. It is our commitment to do our part and enhance the ease of doing business in Freeport. Visit business.gbpa.com to see how we can help you.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Secure your spot at the new Eleuthera and Harbour Island Business Outlet, April 18th at the Eleuthera Business Hub in Rock Sound, with keynote speaker, the Honorable Clay Sweeting. And April 19th at Valentine's Resort and Marina, Harbour Island, with MP Sylvanus Petty giving the update on North Eleuthera and Harbour Island, and Deputy Prime Minister I. Chester Cooper delivering the keynote address. Visit tclevents.com today for registration options.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. TCL will continue to address its 2024 theme, Branding the National Identity and Planning for Success, at the Eleuthera and Harbour Island Business Outlook on Thursday, April 18th, and Friday, April 19th. Here to talk with us about this is Kerry Fountain, Executive Director of the Bahamas Out Island Promotion Board. So let's talk about what the current status is as it relates to tourism in Eleuthera and Harbour Island.
Gabrielle, I had the opportunity a couple of weeks ago to, with the Bahamas Hotel and Tourism Association, meet with all of the stakeholders, the tourism stakeholders for Eleuthera and Harbour Island. And let me say, in terms of manpower, it was really an impressive showing, and it was a collection of not only tourism veterans, but sitting around the table, and what was most impressive was a bunch of young people. And, you know, I just had a lot of comfort leaving that meeting, knowing that if we continue along that path, if we continue to encourage younger people to get into the business, Eleuthera is in a good place. As far as business is concerned, as you very well know, the Disney project has taken place in southern Eleuthera. And because they have a deadline to complete that project by June, because I think that's when the first ship comes in, all of the hotel rooms from definitely central Eleuthera all the way down south are sold out. So certainly right now, Eleuthera, in addition to the tourism business, in order to accommodate the Disney workers, the hotels on Eleuthera and even some of the private second home rentals, they're enjoying a boom. When we talk about what is on the horizon, though, coming out of the stakeholders meeting with the hoteliers, there are some grave concerns. We did a survey, and but the top 5 answers in terms of what are the challenges. Number 1 was reliable, affordable, safe electricity. Number 2, pertain to the ease of doing business in the Bahamas, or the difficulty rather in doing business in the Bahamas. And when we talk about the difficulty or the challenges, we're talking about acquiring a business license, a hotel license, doing some banking in Eleuthera, because there, as you very well know, there are not a lot of banks on that island, which is about 110 miles long. So you have folks having to travel sometimes all the way up to Harbour Island to do their banking if they're based in the south or in the central. And then because of the success, there is definitely a housing shortage. Years ago, when there were no Airbnbs or VRBOs, there was no housing shortage. Now all those homes that were in the long-term rental pool are now in the short-term rental pool. So we do have some challenges, but nothing that we cannot overcome if we don't collaborate, if we collaborate with the private and public sector to sort it all out.
I guess, speaking to the housing shortage, this next question, it seems to speak for itself. But in light of recent travel advisories as they relate to the Bahamas, as well as just the Caribbean in general, have you seen any shift as it relates to uptake from visitors?
Certainly, I think it was around the end of January, beginning of February, there was a concern. But again, you hear about, is this going to impact the Eleuthera business? And then you visit Eleuthera and you see for yourself. That was just a blip, fortunately, on the radar screen. Eleuthera and Harbour Island are doing very well. We've outgrown our airports. The infrastructure, we need new airports. And, I had the misfortune of traveling from North Eleuthera one day. My flight was 12:15. I arrived at the airport early for me at around 10:15. I was checked in by 10:30. But immediately, I wanted to run across the street and get me some tuna fish and grits and a cup of coffee. Immediately, I had to go on the line because the airport was that crowded and you didn't have time to run across the street as you would normally do. So definitely Eleuthera on Harbour Island, they're booming. Now, I say that Governor's Harbour, Eleuthera Airport, I think as far as plans are concerned with the government, they're tier 1 airports, so they're going to be prioritized. But given the boom that's now taking place in South Eleuthera, Rock Sound Airport has to become a tier 1 with Jacks Bay, Cotton Bay, the Disney project, and then the expansion that they've done at the Cape Eleuthera Resort and Marina. I can't hear you, so I'm going to assume that you're talking to me about the business outlook and why people should attend. I was thinking about that. And, the best time to go to the doctor is when you're healthy and not wait until you get sick. And, I go back to what the campaign that the Ministry of Tourism relaunched a few weeks ago, and that is tourism is everybody's business. And so the time now to get involved it's now. Let's not wait until we see a downturn in business, but let's collaborate, public and private sector, in tackling some of these problems. Let us collaborate in finding a solution, a sustainable solution to the provision of safe, reliable, and affordable electricity. Let us deal with the off again, on again, water problems, water shortages, the internet challenges that we have. Let us fix the airport. Give us a deadline. Let's establish a deadline of when these airports will be done. So collectively, collaboratively, public sector and private sector, to speak to the American Airlines, to start to speak to the airways, to ensure that airline service or airlift not only is coming into North Eleuthera and Governor's Harbour, but we're now starting to get the airlift that is needed given the new construction down in Rock Sound.
Talking about the outlook and reasons to attend, one of the key reasons would be the speakers who are going to be present. Who would you, I guess, or how would you rate the speaker lineup for this event?
Well, I think the Councils Limited did a very good job in bringing together the right stakeholders. If memory serves me well, we will have somebody there from BPL talking about what it is that they will be doing throughout the island. I think we're going to have somebody there from Bahamas Striping, Miss Melanie Roach, a no-nonsense, get-it-done type person, talking about the paving of the roads throughout the 110 miles of roads in Eleuthera. I think we have Dr. Kenneth Romer there giving us an update on the airport infrastructure. And so that's just, and then we have a bunch of hoteliers talking about how it is, you know, the challenges and the opportunities that they face to make it even better in Eleuthera.
And we know Eleuthera is the place to be. Why should, or who should attend this event?
Again, tourism is everybody's business. And I think it is mandatory for every single hotel, for every airline employee, Bahamas Customs, Bahamas Immigration, everybody should have a representative at the two outlets. And when we talk about accommodations, not just hotel accommodations, but also those that are involved in the second home rental business. So everybody, tourism is everybody's business, and you need to be there. I'd also like to see some of the students from the different high schools attending both the Outlook in the north and in the south.
And just to that point, you know, we're having outlooks in both the north and south as it relates to Eleuthera, the north being Harbour Island, of course, and the south being Rock Sound. Why is it so important, do you think, to have both of these events this year?
That's a very simple answer to that question. Because Eleuthera is so long, nobody's going to drive from the south. And we've tried it over the last few years. But nobody's going to drive all the way from the south to Outlook in the north and vice versa. Nobody's going to drive all the way from the north to attend the business Outlook in the south. So I'm glad to see that the Councils Limited made that adjustment. I'd also encourage, you know, because we always talk about Eleuthera Harbour and Harbour Island, but we forget Spanish Wells. And we know that tourists are now starting to discover Spanish Wells. And so Spanish Well residents, stakeholders, come to the North Eleuthera Business Outlook.
All right, I'm hearing that there is something for everyone. You have 2 opportunities to come out. Maybe people should go to both if they're feeling, you know, maybe if they're in Governors and they could drive both ways, maybe they can get the best of both worlds. But
tourism is everybody's business, and we need everybody to contribute. And that's why you need to be at the Business Outlook and find what it is that how it is that you can contribute.
I mean, I don't think I can find a better endorsement. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Okay, thank you, and wear your sunglasses.
Be sure to wear your sunglasses. I know I will. I've gotten too many reminders this morning.
All right, good day.
Right. Thank you.
Right.
And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Focal Holdings Limited is proud of its consistent growth and the financial success it continues to bring to many Bahamians who invest in the company. Focal is committed to ensuring optimal financial performance for its shareholders. Focal's leadership remains focused on superior customer service and operational excellence across all sectors. Focal.
Since 1974, the National Insurance Board has been an income replacement safety net.
But to ensure our future remains secure, starting July 1st, 2024, contribution rates will increase and will continue to be shared by employers and employees.
We will be sharing more information in the upcoming months, but for now, get more details on nibrateincrease.com.
Invest in tomorrow today with NIB.
Because together, we can ensure our financial future.
Hi, I'm Ria Christina, and I'm super excited to be the new host of You and Your Money, a local international bank that has actually been closing some of their branches. It actually gives me an opportunity to share my views, my take on the financial matters. Even when we think about what's happening globally, we still have a lot of work to do in terms of having to educate business owners as to the importance, the economic impact, and how it is that we can look at improving the Bahamian economy. $1 billion. That's how much we spend every year importing food in this country. It also gives me an opportunity to have conversations, and that's meaningful conversations with thought leaders within our community, even having to see how it is that we can work together or even the opportunities that may exist for many Bahamians. So I'm excited to be here and looking forward to the great conversations that's to come.
It has been an exciting day here at Bahamas at Sunrise, a great return for me from vacation, and just exciting to see all the things that are happening with UBFIT and, of course, our upcoming Bahamas Business Outlook.
Yeah.
In Eleuthera.
Yeah. Eleuthera and Bryland, we coming. Make sure y'all register for the event. For those who want to get down to Eleuthera, book your ticket early. You could get there in the north and then drive south, or fly into the south and drive north. Whatever you decide to do, make sure you're there in Eleuthera. As a reminder, everybody, there's a solar eclipse happening today. I know it's going to be tempting. Please don't stare at the sun. Preserve your eyes. You can cause damage. We have young children that are going to be out in the streets. Do what you can to protect them. Don't try like peep through the corner of your finger and look off the reflection of your cell phone. Just trust us. It's going to be beautiful, right? Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the little shade we can have this afternoon, and we'll see you on Friday. Take care. I'll come on back now, you know?